Apple fans, we need to talk. Because while the iPhone 17 is barely making headlines, Samsung is already cooking up something that could end Apple's dominance once and for all. And trust me, this one's gonna sting. First up, the roast session. Popular tech insider Ice Universe called out Apple's so-called innovations in the iPhone 17 series, and the burns were brutal. And then there's a first real look at the Galaxy S26 Pro has been revealed. But firstly, according to Ice, 120 Hz on all models. Welcome to Galaxy's 2020. Too late. Our vapor chambers have been chilling for years. 8K video? You're just starting. We've been filming in it for generations. Yeah, Apple's big features for 2025 are literally things Samsung fans have been using for years. And Samsung isn't letting them forget it. But while Apple's still catching up, Samsung is moving forward. Because the Galaxy S26 Pro just leaked, and this thing looks like a game changer. According to leaks from Android headlines and OnLeaks, the S26 Pro is slim, balanced, and crafted with dimensions that scream premium. We're talking a 6.3-inch display, just 6.9 millimeters thin, and a redesigned camera island inspired by the Galaxy Z Fold 7. Not a revolution, but pure perfection. Meanwhile, Apple is still charging $1,000 for the same slab year after year. So let's put it this way, the iPhone 17 is just catching up to 2020 Samsung features, while the Galaxy S26 Pro is already rewriting the rules for 2026. Apple's throne? Not as safe as Tim Cook would like you to believe. Samsung isn't just competing anymore, they're leading. According to Anthony, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is rumored to measure 8.7 millimeters thick with a 4,823 mAh stacked battery, Apple's newer design aimed at improving efficiency and thermal performance. Meanwhile, Samsung's Galaxy S26 Ultra not only comes slimmer at 7.9 millimeters, but also manages to fit a larger 5,000 mAh cell, though using a more traditional multi-layer battery design. On top of that, Samsung is said to include a bigger cooling system, larger camera sensors, the built-in S Pen, and even a SIM tray available globally. If this leak holds true, Samsung could be offering a thinner device with a bigger battery and more hardware versatility, while Apple focuses on optimizing endurance through stack technology. Compared to last year's S25 Ultra, the new S26 is leaner, sleeker, and more refined. The leaks also reveal exact thickness numbers. The Galaxy S26 Ultra will reportedly measure just 7.9 millimeters, making it the slimmest Ultra we've ever seen. In contrast, Apple's iPhone 17 Pro Max is expected to be 8.725 millimeters thick, which is nearly a full millimeter more. On paper, it might not look huge, but in real life, this difference creates two very distinct experiences. Samsung pushing for a lighter, elegant design, while Apple goes for a heavier, more commanding presence. Ice Universe also revealed the Galaxy S26 Ultra will weigh just 217 grams, making it lighter than previous Ultra models. That's impressive, but weight isn't the biggest concern right now. The real debate in the Samsung community is about cameras. Because here's the truth. Samsung used to be the leader in mobile photography. But in the past few years, frustrations have been piling up. Fans and reviewers keep pointing out the same issues. Shutter lag, crushed shadows, weeknight shots, over-sharpened details, and inconsistent skin tones. Meanwhile, rivals like Apple, Huawei, Vivo, and Xiaomi are pushing forward with more advanced imaging systems. Things have gotten so serious that frustrated users recently published an open letter to Samsung CEO T.M. Rowe. In it, they accuse the camera division of deceptive marketing, outdated hardware, ignoring feedback, copying Apple's wrong choices, poor skin tone processing, mocked online as the Samsung yellow face filter, and delivering painfully slow updates. But the letter isn't just complaints, it's a call for action. Samsung fans are demanding replace the head of the camera division, adopt cutting-edge sensors and lenses, overhaul software optimization with faster updates, and finally listen to user feedback so issues don't drag on for years. And that brings us back to the Galaxy S26 Ultra. But if Samsung doesn't fix its imaging reputation, none of this will matter. Because let's face it, design is one thing, but cameras are the heart of the Ultra lineup. If Samsung continues to disappoint, even the most loyal Galaxy fans could jump ship to Huawei, Xiaomi, or even Apple. So here's the big question for you. Should Samsung replace its camera division leadership, or are these complaints overblown? The wait is over. Ice Universe has just shaken up the Galaxy S26 Ultra leaks, and this might be the clearest look yet at Samsung's 2026 flagship masterpiece. For weeks, fans have been debating the design. The early renders of the Galaxy S26 Ultra sparked criticism. People pointed out the corners looked unnatural, the bezels weren't quite right, and the overall design just didn't feel polished. But now ICE Universe is back with brand new CAD accurate renders, and this time, the S26 Ultra looks absolutely stunning. Every R angle, every bezel, every curve has been refined to perfection. This is where it gets exciting. The difference between the old renders and the new ones is night and day. The corners are no longer awkward or blocky. They're now smooth, natural, and continuous, just like you'd expect from a real flagship smartphone design. ICE Universe actually admitted that his earlier renders were made in PowerPoint, which doesn't support the smooth curve transitions used in real smartphone CAD files. But now with professional tools, the result is incredibly realistic. And it's not just the front design we need to talk about. The back of the Galaxy S26 Ultra is making headlines too. Compared to the Galaxy S25 Ultra, which had a 2.4mm camera protrusion with no base, the S26 Ultra is thinner at just 7.9mm. But with that thinner frame comes a challenge. The upgraded f/1.4 main camera aperture adds more thickness, pushing the protrusion to nearly 3.7mm. If Samsung left that camera jutting out alone, it would look unbalanced and awkward. So what did they do? They introduced a new camera base, giving the module a smoother, more refined transition into the back panel. It's a small detail, but it completely transforms the design, making the S26 Ultra look more premium and intentional. So here's the bottom line. The Galaxy S26 Ultra's design has just evolved before our very eyes. What started as criticism has now turned into admiration. ICE Universe took the feedback, refined his work, and now we have the most realistic preview yet of Samsung's next big flagship. And if this really is the final design, the Galaxy S26 Ultra won't just be another smartphone. It's going to be a design statement, a bold evolution in Samsung's Ultra legacy. The Galaxy S26 Ultra will still come with the iconic S Pen, putting an end to weeks of speculation that Samsung might kill off the features, slim down the design.
Oh my God! Wow!
According to ICE Universe, the S Pen slot remains alive and well in the S26 Ultra, proving once again that Samsung isn't ready to abandon the feature that defines productivity and creativity on its most powerful flagship. For longtime Note users and Ultra loyalists, this is more than just confirmation. It's a relief, a reassurance that the Ultra will continue to stand apart as the ultimate smartphone for power users. But ICE Universe didn't stop there. The leaker also revealed major details about the camera system, and this is where things get even more exciting. The S26 Ultra's 200-megapixel main camera now boasts a wider f/1.4 aperture, increasing light intake by a massive 47%. That means low-light photos will be brighter, sharper, and packed with detail like never before. The 3x telephoto lens is getting an upgrade too, moving from 10-megapixel to 12-megapixel. A 20% increase in pixel count, giving zoom shots extra clarity and crispness. And perhaps the most impressive change comes with the 5x periscope, which now uses an f/2.9 aperture, boosting light intake by 38% for stunning long-range photography. Pair this with a 50-megapixel ultra-wide that holds strong at f/1.9, and you've got a camera system designed not just to compete, but to dominate in every shooting scenario.